It's me, Vivek, Vivek Ranjit. I work with a software company based in Hyderabad, and I'm here in Bangalore today for a reason. This is a city that has seen my ups and downs in equal proportions. This city reminds me of a big past which I had. This is my friend Rohit, and I'm meeting him after a pretty long time. 5 years, I should say. As of now, I just want to go back to all those memories I was once a part of. Well, I'm a pass out from one of the well known colleges in Bangalore. To be on a frank note, engineering wasn't my cup of tea. As in every home where they either need a doctor or an engineer, mine too wasn't an exception, and my fate was sealed then and there. Classes, as usual, were pretty boring, but soon college life got into better proportions than it was expected to be. Made up loads of friends. 2 years of my life at college passed on with immense fun. It was the start of the third year, and while roaming around the college campus with Rohit, one day I got to see a girl. A sweet, simple, calm, collected, charming girl. All these, as I praised, were in deep written on her face. She looked plain simple. She had those deep brown eyes which somehow seemed enormous in her little face. I just got a face fixed in me. She passed me. I was just wondering as to why I haven't seen her in college since I joined it. With days passing by, I forgot her. To me, then, she was just like any other girl. But with curiosity building up in me to know her, I went in search of her and her whereabouts. And that's when Rohit told me that he knew her personally as a neighbor. I got to know that her name was Ashlyn Gomez. As I stayed in the very next street to Rohit's house, we used to go to college and come back together most of the times. And that's when he happened to introduce me to her. She was on her way out with a school bag in her left hand, a college bag strapped to her on the other side, and a kid standing beside her. The first thing I noticed about her was that she was an utterly good natured character, soft spoken, and with the full of best intentions on her serious little face, with a pinch of smile that faded. It was only later that Rohit told me that she had lost her mom 4 years back and that she was left with her dad and her brother Kevin. Kevin was a 10-year-old. It was only then that I got to know that the kid was a brother. Her dad was completely shattered after his wife's untimely demise, and since he was the sole breadwinner for the family, he would leave home for work before his children woke up and would reach back home by the time they slept. She was initially told by her dad that a servant would be kept at home to look after Kevin, but she just wasn't ready to let anyone else look after him and refused it. It was something that she took upon for herself. She would do all the household works, dress up Kevin to school, cook food, clean up the house, and others. She would drop him in school, come to college, and bring him back from school. She never used to sulk up over the responsibilities that she took over after her mom's death. In fact, she wanted to be exactly what her mom was to Kevin. She used to engage in prayers at home along with Kevin, which showed that hope and belief in the Almighty was something that she always held on to anywhere, everywhere. She was more than what praises would do. Later that evening, I saw her in a park nearby. She had a brother along with her. I kinda had a casual talk with her, but soon I gotta know that she was far more interested in Kevin than talking. The way she took care of him, I knew that she adored him the most than anyone else in this world. She wasn't blind to the sights around her. She had that basic elemental knowledge of a 21-year-old, an absolute unblushing understanding of the hard mysteries of life, mingled with an innocence that was sublime. Those wide reflective eyes, set in that small grimy face, held the wisdom of ages, and with due respect to time, I kinda developed a liking towards her. She was beyond admiration in me, and in a short span of time, we kinda became good friends. I even got attached to the kid. I used to visit her home at times, see her brother, get him some toffees, and spend some time with him. I must admit that she was a perfect little mom, and I came to know that force fills her life. Her dad used to come home late. He had no time to spend with his children. The only thing that he would do was to give money whenever and wherever it was required, and for the rest, he was entirely out of the scene. College went on as usual. Exams were to come by, and everyone got busy with internals, assignments, and other stuffs. It was during then that Kevin got on with a fever that is later diagnosed as pneumonia. It had attacked his lungs, and she remained absent in college and sat by Kevin in bed, praying for a fast recovery and doing all what was required for him. As Kevin was on the road to recovery, I could still see the unbearable anguish in her, and all I could do was to console her, as she would always be in with a gloomy face, and I do still remember what I told her then. Smile a mile, in a while, to get an aisle full of roses. She saw Kevin recovering on a rapid note, and at the same time, she started getting pale day by day. She never got to know that she had caught the germ from her brother. Even though she showed signs of uneasiness, she just ignored it and stand by bringing Kevin to the road of recovery. Just like any other mother who would neither let you starve nor stop caring even when they are down. They always make sure that their child always gets the best, let it be the food they eat or let it be the care they get. They just ignore the fact that they aren't well and works for a cause. And well, there was it. It did not attack her lungs, but what happened was worse. She developed pneumococcal meningitis, and it was too late by then. And thereafter, she never regained consciousness. I think I've told you. She was only 21 years old. The sacrifice that she did for her brother would stand out forever. None could replace the mother in her. She is the answer to the missing values of blood relations in our society. In today's world, where people betray even their blood relations or so, for the name and fame, you are an exception. I salute you, ma'am. You are of this world, but your memories are still alive in me. Well, you are the fallen rose of a million hearts, including me. I guess I have told you that I'm here in Bangalore today for a reason that I can never neglect, as it was something I couldn't betray my heart for and the human in me. I got a letter from an orphanage run by the nuns named as the Home of Hope in Bangalore. It was a letter that shook me within. It was a sister who wrote me this letter asking me to meet her in person. Sister Biola got my address through Rohit, and he wanted me to look into his matter, as he knew I was emotionally attached to this kid since long. With years passing by, Kevin's dad got on to be an alcoholic, unable to see the loss of his near and dear ones, which was once everything to him. He never recovered from it. He rarely used to come home. He spent most of the time at a nearby bar, and as he was out of senses most of the time, the neighbors around finally took up a decision to send Kevin to this orphanage, which could give him a better shelter. Today, I'm here to take him back along with me. I want to give him a new lease of life that he was deprived of till now. Back at home, I've got a family. I just want him to grow among us, feel our love and care. In fact, I want to be a brother, guide, friend, and everything he wants in his life. Let that green signal be the start of a new life, a hope, in fact, a new lease of life for him as well as me.